High school. A place where you either make the best memories of your life or your worst ones. It's never an in-between. And a place where you'll meet some of the most diverse people you'll ever meet in your life. We've all been through high school before. Well, I hope so. If you haven't, then why the fuck are you watching this video? Go put this on and go watch some Gracie's Corner or some Coco Melon or some shit. God bless. Have a good night. Like I was saying before I had to dismiss the children, high school is infested with some of the most colorful individuals that can either make your day or force yourself to forget it. Let's start off with the most basic and common group you'll run into in high school, the scholars. While they're the most basic and boring group you can run into, they do have two forms that make up these scholars. The people who try hard in school so they can get the best grades possible in order to get that Ivy League scholarship. They work so hard to get that job working for that billionaire that spends their paychecks on undercover bunkers and islands that they can have fun on. Or number two, the people who don't have to try that hard but still end up graduating with a 4.0. You see, those people, those are the people I have a problem with. You could be struggling, seething with pure frustration trying to find the solution to that one math problem on a test that the teacher never went over. And then you look to your left and see the smartest kid in class who you just saw shotgun 6 White Claws at a party this weekend finish the same test in 2 minutes. They finish so fast the teacher's asking them to grade y'all test before y'all even done. And then when the grades come back and they see your grade and you hear them say, "How the fuck you get a 3%? The test was easy as for you, nigga, for you. There's only 2 reasons I got to this grade. Cheating and prayer. So my bad I didn't know what the fuck a right angle was." Now the scholars who are only there to get the best grades possible, they pretty chill. I ain't gonna lie, they pretty chill. They're usually quiet and keep to themselves because they don't want to distract themselves from the main goal of graduating as a pterodactyl. But can you really blame them for their lack of social skills and flinching every time somebody raises their hand too fast? They know that if they don't bring back home at least a 3.9 and a full ride to Stanford, bad things are gonna happen. Just like me and most of y'all watching this video, there's a small percentage of people who really don't have the best academic intellect, so they have to resort to other means in order to get by, like being a teacher's pet. Now the teacher's pet has one objective: to suck the meat off the teacher's genitals so they can get that extra 3% on their final grade at the end of the year. 83.7% of the time the teacher don't even like this nigga, but there he or she goes, still trying to remind the teacher that she didn't assign us a passage to read or a worksheet to do for the weekend. My boy, the only reason why she didn't assign us anything to do for the weekend is because, you know, I don't know, she don't want to grade that shit. Miss Johnson is trying to get some D this weekend, not give it out. And looking at our class, that's way too much D for Miss Johnson old ass to handle. But you know who can handle all that D? The athlete. The athlete is at the top of the high school popularity food chain. These are the niggas that were looked up to back when I was in high school, especially if they were somewhat decent and had rumors that big colleges were looking at them. Whenever the star athletes walked in the gym, everybody stopped what they were doing just to acknowledge their presence, like their aura was too strong for them to ignore. Niggas was acting like LeBron walked in. Nigga, fuck LeBron and this nigga. He's ass. Not LeBron, I'm talking about the high school nigga.
Hey, you heard Spencer about to get a full ride at UCLA?
Yeah, Coach Rowdy said he going first round though.
Whole time Buddy got a 2.2 GPA and a kid on the way. You'll never see the athlete alone either. They're always roaming the high school halls in packs looking for the next freshman girls they can make their team manager. But the popularity of the athlete really depends on the sport they play. Usually it was the basketball and football players who got a love because nobody really gave a fuck about the people who play sports like soccer, water polo, fencing, wrestling, and the sport I played, baseball. Even the track team has some type of motion going on, no pun intended. And them niggas just be running. Try getting the girl's number by telling her you play for your high school sports team. You know, she'll ask,
"Oh, what position do you play?"
Point guard, wide receiver, quarterback.
And you say, "Nah, I play whole set for my school's water polo team." But it's okay though. As an athlete, you don't need to be focused on these girls. You need to stay focused on the grind. Leave all that punani chasing for the people who specialize in it, like the next group on the list. Mr. I'm only here for the hoes. These guys are only at school because they have a meetup planned for 2:30 p.m. behind the gym bleachers. What do you think motivates these guys? School? Hell no. It's seeing their buddy for the week and nothing else. These freak ass niggas had sexual intercourse on every hall, bathroom, behind the football stadium, in the parking lot, on the roof. Any place that you can think of, they probably already bust some yammies down. If you have a favorite spot to go to at school, bring a UV light and scan it for any mysterious substances. Just know, I am not responsible for your mental stability after. I'm sorry. The next group is really just one person because I hope y'all not in the same class as somebody who makes the bad decisions like this. That one pregnant girl. I get it, bro. Accidents happen. We're human. We're not perfect. We meant to make mistakes. But that has to be literally the worst mistake you could possibly ever make. It's always that one girl that fooled around with the athlete or the school's candy dealer and decides to take a break from school and come back a month later with a baby bump. Now, like I said before, bro, I get it. We're horny as hell in high school. We're bound to do some crazy shit. But damn, bro, y'all can't utilize the amazing concept of contraception? Y'all make it so obvious that y'all did not have to perform 100 reps of putting the rubby on the Mountain Dew bottle before y'all could eat dinner. Because if y'all did, then we would not be seeing baby formula in the gym locker room trash can. Now I'm gonna say it again, bro. It's okay to make mistakes. We're human. Some of us are only here because of mistakes. But when you keep making the same mistake over and over again, I'm starting to assume there's something wrong with your frontal lobe. I went to school with this one girl who got pregnant during my sophomore year and missed the entire rest of the school year. Fast forward to junior year, she started in OnlyFans. Now this was in 2018. So I'm pretty sure she had to be one of the founding fathers of this OnlyFans shit. And she was pretty cool too. I hope she's in that top 1% like what every IG model has in their bio. The vapors, the nicotine Neanderthals, the tobacco tyrants, the niggas who tweak out if you take their jolt longer than 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The ruler of the bathrooms in the school basement. Average GPA of 1.3. Over 25 different vape cartridges lodged in their tie-dye spray ground book bags. These guys only come to school because they're not allowed to smoke at home, and if they get caught, they're going to that same place Phineas and Ferb went. Their GPA is at incredibly low levels because instead of studying and putting in effort to raise their grades, they'd rather call up their 8 homies to head to the bathroom while the art class to tag team 1 joule. And by the way, I don't know how y'all smoke them joules. That shit is insane to me. Is this time for another story time? Keep it short. All right. So basically, I was in college and my baseball teammate, he finessed me into smoking a joule, or like one puff. I promise, one puff. I'm not a fiend. It was like Luffy. It was gum gatlin in my fucking lungs, my nigga. I couldn't breathe for like 20 minutes. Them joules, please put them down. Go smoke some hookah or them water vapor gas pods, whatever the fuck. Don't do them joules. That's bad for you. Stop it. Anyways, the next group has a high chance of being one of those homies in the Jewel Bukkake. The angriness. These Goombas are ready to crash at any moment of the day. Their highest spawn rate is ISS and in school bathrooms hanging out with the vapists. A general rule of thumb is if you see a kid wearing nothing but a stained white tee, distressed acid wash jeans, black Air Force Ones, and a clear backpack they're forced to wear for obvious reasons, then don't fuck with them by any means. He was just about to assault the lunch lady because she gave him half a chicken nugget less than a kid in front of him, bro. Please don't utter a single word to him. He's willing to die about this shit. The next group we have is probably the most chill of them all. The emo. Since the beginning of the internet, the emo has been depicted as depressed, violent, fang-wearing, stale bag of Funyun smelling, wearing all black to cover up the miscellaneous substances on their clothes, ass niggas. But to be honest, they pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, they pretty cool. The only thing separating them from normal boring ass niggas like everybody else is their drip and their taste in music, which is elitist fuck if I do say so myself. I mean, who doesn't like Blink 182 and Lil Uzi? The only thing I will say that is kind of true about the emo is they are kind of violent. Have you seen those mosh pit videos? The minute you step in the building, you basically signing yourself up for a battle royale. The emo is usually the one sitting under the gym bleachers with the couple who couldn't wait till after school to practice what they learned in sex ed, with a notebook drawing whatever the fuck they be drawing and listening to heavy metal. Hey man, they know how to mind their business. That's already a trait that 95% of people in high school don't have. So to me, they pretty cool. I would advise you to befriend at least one of them, just in case somebody is planning something and you need to know whether or not you should be sick tomorrow. Excuse me. You can usually find our emo brethren with the next group on this list, and the last group on this list, the anime fiends. We all have watched anime at least once or twice in our life, maybe not, but we all definitely know what an anime fiend looks and smells like. While everybody else is doing whatever they do to get through the school day, the anime fiend treats school as if they're the main character in a slice of life school anime. While everybody is at the courtyard watching the starting point guard's baby mamas fight for the 3rd time this week, the anime fiend is posted up in the library moderating their 4 Discord servers, one for every one of their favorite hobbies. I know I said the emo was cool, but the anime fiend, they not that bad either. I had honors lit with the anime fiend and he put me onto the amazing show Overflow. Changed my life. Hey, I will never forget you, unnamed high school NPC number 372. Thank you. High school is full of people that you will never see ever again in your life after graduation. And when you do see them on Instagram or the grocery store, you won't even be able to recognize them. So if you're in high school now, bro, don't worry about how you look to the next person who won't even matter once you throw that cap in the air. And once you start thinking like that, bro, it gets more and more fun as the school years go by. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great rest of your day. I love y'all boys. Peace. Mic drop.